Okay. So for today's math objective, we are going to learn how to break apart factors to solve multiplication problems. Can you guys repeat after me? We're going to say it together. 1, 2, 3. Today I will learn how to break apart factors to solve multiplication problems. Awesome, good job. Okay, so you see these words right here. We've heard them before in other lessons, correct? Can someone remind me what an array is? Dante?
An array is like a 4x4 square or rectangle or anything that has flat sides.
Okay, can I say something like, so you said 4x4, so there's rows, yes?
Rows and columns.
There you go. Okay, so an array has rows and columns. So kind of like this, right?
Yep.
Good job. Okay, what about factor? Who got factor? Sada?
A factor is a number in a multiplication problem.
Okay, good job. A number in a multiplication problem. So, for example, like 4 is 4 the factor?
Yeah.
Is 5 the factor?
Yes.
Right. Okay. What about multiply? What is multiply? Leslie? Oh, Jimena.
Multiply means when you have like 4 times 5.
Right.
It's like you're multiplying, but you're not like adding like 4 plus 5. You're not
Can we
adding.
add though? Can we add 5 4 times to get the same answer? Right? So I'm gonna write that. Adding a number multiple times. So like 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Awesome. What about product? We've used these words already. Sada?
The product is the number that, like 4 times 5, that will equal 20.
And 20 is the what?
Product.
The product. So the product is the answer.
Yep.
So I'm gonna write there the answer, and then we said 4 times 5 equals 20. Good job. Okay. So when we're working and talking in pairs, do you have a question?
It's about to be 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5.
Oh, I put times. You're right. Good job. Thank you so much, Dante. Okay. So I want you guys to be using these words when we're talking with our partners. Now, who can tell me, today we're going to be working on distributive property, but what are some other properties that we have discussed in other units? Dante?
A contributive property.
Distributive property, good job. Who else has something to share? Omar? Okay, good job. Propiedad acumulativa, ¿qué más? What else? Let's see, Valeria, I heard from you.
Because we have 6 times 4 and you 6 times 2.
And it still means the same thing. What is that? Oh, that's also cumulative. Propiedad acumulativa. Okay, good job. So these are all properties that we've learned before, correct? Yes? Okay, good. So now we're going to do like a little activity. I'm going to call on a couple people to come up to the board. Can I have... Okay, I'm going to call on Ernesto. Let's see. Olivia, Leslie, and Chabelo. Okay. How many people are up on the board right now?
4.
4, right? Okay, what about... Okay, right? So before there was one group, right? And there was 4 people, yes? How many groups are there now?
2.
There's 2 groups. But are there still 4 people in the front of the class?
Yes.
Yes, good job. Olivia, can you come on this side? And then Leslie, can you? What happened?
They switch places.
They switched places. Does that change the answer?
No.
No, why not?
Because you're using the same numbers.
Because we're using the same numbers. We're using the same people. The same people are still up on the board, yes?
Yeah?
Yes. But that doesn't mean that the answer changes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have you guys go back to your seat. Now, when you go back to your seat, I want you guys to talk to your partner. Talk about what you noticed and what you saw about the people that were up on the board. Ready? I'm going to give you guys time to talk. I'll give you guys 1 minute.
Yeah, so she'll turn.
All right, I think it got quiet. Who can tell me what we noticed? What did we notice in the constant? Let's say again. What did we notice when there was people up on the board? What did we notice? You want to talk to your partner? I'll give you a second. Yeah? Okay, who else? Who else? Sada, what did we notice?
So first there was one group, and then you split in half. So then there was 2 groups of 2.
Yeah, right? And just because there
And then you
was 2
switched.
groups.
Switch, like Leslie and Olivia could change spots.
Yeah,
But
and
it
I
was still the
switched.
same.
And it still stayed the same. Good job. Valerie?
Because there were 2 groups, and Leslie and Olivia just switched, and there was still 2.
There were still 4 people up in the front of the class. Leslie?
I thought they used
Oh, that was a good one. What did we use? Say it again. Yeah, so we use commutative property to be able to solve the problem. We switched the people, but there's still 4 people in the front of the class, right? So who likes chocolate?
Me.
Everybody? I love chocolate. Halloween's coming up. Are you guys gonna get candy?
I
Yeah.
have something to say.
What do you have to say?
I saw on the news that there was chocolate shortage.
Oh, is there? I have chocolate right here.
Chocolate.
So here is a chocolate bar. What kind of chocolate bar?
Hershey.
Bar. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I know. The screen.
Oh, can you help me with that? Because I always end up turning it off.
That's
Alright, there we go. So here we have one chocolate bar, right? Okay. How many pieces are on this chocolate bar? I'm going to give you time to talk to your partner. How many pieces are on this chocolate Alright, I see some hands up. Let me see. Olivia and Valeria, what did you guys talk about?
They said that 3 is 3 is 6, and then 6 plus 6 is 12.
Oh, did you guys hear what she said? She said 3 times 3. Where'd you guys get 3 times 3?
No, I said 3 plus 3.
Oh, 3 plus 3. Where'd you guys get 3 plus 3 from? Okay, go up, show me.
Because there's 3 in each row, and then I said 3 plus 3 is 6, and then I thought there's 6 in each group, and then I said 6 plus 6 is 12, and then I counted them all, and then it's 12.
Awesome, high five. Good job. Actually, go for the marble in the draft. Let's see, who else has something? Chabela?
I did 6 times 3. No, 6 times 2.
6 times 2. Where'd you get 6 times 2 from? You want to come show me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
They're like split out, so like these are 6 because 3 plus 3 is 6 and
you're actually ahead of the game because what I was about to say was that I'm gonna break up this chocolate bar in half. Okay? And Chabela, what did you say when you said where'd you get 3 times 2 from?
Here and here goes 1, 2, 3, and
So going down the line, how many are there?
3.
3. And you got 2 from going.
Like going on rows.
Yeah, by going on rows. Good job. So each one of them has 3 times 2. Can everyone go like this? This is our parentheses. You guys have heard of parentheses before, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's say 3 times 2. 3 times 2. Good job. So 3 times 2 are in each one of them. And we know that 3 times 2 is 6. Good job. So I have 6 pieces of chocolate on each square. Yes? Or in each little section.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna eat this one right now, and I'm gonna save this one for later. But I'm still eating the whole chocolate bar, right?
Yeah.
So how many pieces am I eating in total? Talk to your partner. Think for a second. Talk with a partner. So I'm eating 6 pieces now, and I'm gonna eat 6 pieces later. How many am I eating all together? You guys got something ready? All right, I heard some good answers. Let's see. Maddie and Ernesto, what did you guys come up with? What did you guys say?
There's a spider.
Yeah, it's because it's chocolate. They're hungry. What did you guys come up with? You guys want to talk for a little bit and then I'll come back to you? Yeah? Okay, go for it. Let's see. Roxana, what did you guys talk about?
You talked about the chocolate, so you broke it in half, and then you're gonna eat the half.
And how many is in this half?
6.
How many is in this half?
6.
So how many am I eating in total?
6.
Go for it.
12.
I'm eating 12. So even if I broke it apart, right? It was together. It was 12. And even if I'm eating one later, am I still eating 12 pieces?
One later, that one.
Yeah, because I'm eating the whole, right? Olivia, do you have a question? Right. We could also see it. That's a good point, Olivia. Look at the way Olivia said it. So Olivia said, let me break it a little. Olivia said 4 plus 4 plus 4 also equals what? 12. Good job, you guys. Okay, so I want you guys to open up to page 155 on your English math book. It's going to look like this. No, do not rip it out, please. It'll look like this. Give me a thumbs up when you have the picture. Okay, so who can read the problem for me? Sada, you want to read the problem? Go for it, loud and clear.
Tamika and Seth are both finding 6 times 7. They each break apart the problem in a different way. Show 2 different ways to break apart 6 times 7 and find the product.
Show different ways to break break apart 6 times 7 and find the product. So we see this picture right here? Yeah. So this is part of our problem. I want you guys to think for a second in your head and think about, what does this picture mean? What do you see? What do you notice? And I want you guys to use this strip right here. What do you see and what do you notice about this picture right here? Okay. When you're done thinking, talk to your partner and tell me your thoughts.
But if you count them to 4,
Okay. So you're gonna break it apart. You said 3 and 4. Okay, here that it got quiet. What did we see and what did we notice? What did we see? What did we notice? Let me see. I haven't heard from Hadai. You wanna go? What did we see about this picture? Give you a second to talk to a partner. Yeah, Kayla? What did you see? What did you notice?
6 rows and 7 columns.
Oh, there you go. So there's 6 rows. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you said 7 columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. That's a great observation. What else did we notice, Leslie?
I saw that it's tiny.
Oh, that's good. We're using our vocabulary. It is an array. What else? Hadai, did you talk to your partner? What did you guys come up with?
We can look at, like, if you see it closely,
Uh-huh.
like we can see 3 times 7. And
Oh,
another 3
where do you
times
see 3 times 7? You want to come up and show me?
we can like put a line in the middle, and it's gonna be 3 times 7 and 3. 1, 2, 3.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3.
Awesome. So you want to break it apart.
So we can break that apart. So I can figure to find the answer.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, did you see what she said? So Hadai, Jimena said that if we break it apart 3 times 7 and 3 times 7, if we break it apart, we'll find smaller numbers and find the answer easier. And that's what we're going to be working on right now. Do you have a comment, Olivia? What way can you break it down in the middle? You want to show me? Okay, and if we break it up right here, it'll be 4 or 6 times 4, and then 6 times 3. Okay, that's great. We're going to use those strategies right now. Let's reread the question. It says, Tamika and Seth are both finding 6 times 7. They each break apart the problem in different ways. Show 2 different ways to break apart 6 times 7 and find the product. Now I want you guys to take out your highlighter. And I want you guys to highlight the important words of the problem. What's the important words of this problem? Go, Olivia. 6 times 7. So we have 6 times 7. What else is important? Arisbeth?
The name?
The names. Yeah, we gotta know the names. Tamika and Seth. Awesome. Anything else? Leslie?
Break apart.
Break apart. What does it mean to break apart? apart. So put our hand. Oh, did you see what Sarah did? Let's do that together. She's kind of like swimming. So we have them together, and we're breaking apart. We have them together, and we're breaking apart. Great job. So, what's the first thing that we have to do to this problem? Sarah?
You forgot to
Oh, what did I forget?
highlight product
Ooh, why is product important?
because you want to know what you're doing.
Yeah, and we know that product is the answer. We want to be able to find the answer. So let's start by drawing 6 times 7. Let's draw an array. Okay, I'm going to walk around and make sure that everyone's doing that. Okay, we're all drawing. What is that called again? That picture that I just drew. What is it? An array. Good job. Something over here. Alright, so we kind of already talked about different ways to break it apart. Can someone remind me what of one way? One way? Let me see. I'm going to call a stick. I keep seeing the same people. Omar, what is one way to break apart the array? Would you like to come up and show? Would you like to draw on my paper? No, you want to show me? Okay, so let me see. I saw right here. So I'm going to break it apart right there. So does that mean we have, what is this? What is that right there? What is it called? What is our new equation? Good job. Keep going. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, hold on. Technical difficulties. My bad. Okay. It was right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
You did it backwards.
Yeah, I did it back. Okay. So, my bad. What do we have now? Yeah. 2 times 7. 2 times 7. Good job. What do we have left over? So I have one group of 2 times 7, or 2 groups of 7, my bad. How many groups do I have left over, Jimena?
6 groups of 4.
6 groups of 4. I'm going to use a different color. Oh, 6 groups of 4, 7 groups of 4. 7 groups of 4. All right. What is 4 times 7? Or what's one way that we could solve that? Sada?
You can count by 4s.
Oh, that's great. Let's count by 4s. What if we counted? Okay, yeah, let's count by 4s. How did you want to do that? So do you mean like this?
Not like counting by 4s, like skip counting.
Okay, let's skip count by 4s. Right here, right? So count with me. 4, 8,
20.
20.
20, good job. What's next? So this is how I did it. 20, and then I count 21, 22, 23, 24. So what's next?
28.
28. Good job. 28. So how much is 4 times 7?
28.
What about 2 times 7? How much is 2 times 7?
14.
Yeah. And how do we know that? How do we know 2 times 7 is 14? Chabelo.
It's because there's 2 times 7, so you have to count by 2, like 1, 2, 3, 4,
We have to
5.
count by 2s, you said? Let's count by 2s. Someone remind me. So I have 2. What's next?
4, 6, 8,
10, 12,
14.
14. Good job. So now what do we have to do? What do we have to do? Jimena? Yeah, you can go up to the board.
We can do this. We can do this. We got 28. Since we got 14, we can do 28 plus 14.
I love it. Let's do that. What do we get when we get 28 plus 14? I'm going to give you a little bit of time to solve for it on your own, and then check with the partner. So I'm going to walk around the room. Try solving it on your own. 28 plus 14. And when you're ready, talk to a partner. See if you guys got the same answer.
I got 42. If we need it. We can count them all.
Cuando suman tus números que ganas. Date otra vez. So tienes 14 y otro 28. Suma 28 más. Ok, suma esos números y queda más. All right. So on a count of 3, the answer is 1, 2, 3.
42.
Good job. Awesome. Our answer is 42. So that is one way to solve this problem. It's one way we could break it apart, right? What is another way that we could break it apart? I'm going to give you guys a second to talk to your partner. Think about a different way that we could break it apart. What's a different way that we could break it apart? Talk to your partner. What is another way that we could break it apart? What do you guys think?
So another way is to add
3? How do we do
That's
that?
technically times like 4 times 2. So
So 3 on here.
2.
What I'm looking for. Good job. What you guys say? What's a different way that we could break it apart?
4 is 4 3
Yeah?
100 times 131,000.
Yeah, it will be 42. Wait, you mean 28? All right. What did we come up with? Let me see. Jimena, what did you and your partner talk about? You want to come show me? What is a different way that we could break it apart? Yeah, you guys can both come up.
We were talking about
Yeah, I did it differently. So you guys can use that picture up there. Here, let me bring it up. Okay, Show me.
We see 3 right here. 3 plus 3 equals 6. And it's like even. It's like even.
Huh?
Well, we can do like a line right here.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. That's a good way to break it apart as well. You have another way? You want to come show me? Oh. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it that way that Jimena just said. 1 second. Jimena said that she noticed that there are 6 right here. She said there are 6. And she knows that the middle number of 6 is 3. So she knows that she could break it apart like this. Right? So now we have 2 different groups again.
They're not different.
Oh, they're not different?
They're the same. They're like the same. That group.
Oh.
Because it's 3 times 7. 3 times 7.
Right. So they're not different, right? Here they're different. Why?
Because you did 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Because there's a 4 right.
Yeah, right, because there's 4 right here, 2 right here, but here they're the same. So let's break that down. So Jimena said they're not different. We have 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the top it's the same thing. It's also 3 times 7. What is 3 times 7? How can we find that out? Sarah?
So you add 7 plus 7
I like where you're heading. What did you say?
So you add 7 plus 7 plus 7.
I love it. Let's do that. That's a different way that we could solve for the problem. So she said we could add 7 plus 7 plus 7 because there's 3 7s. What is 7 plus 7 plus 7?
So we can do what?
What did you say, Jessica?
21.
21. Good job. So if the top array is 21, how much is the bottom array? Olivia? 21 too. And we know this. Why? Go for it, Olivia. Right, because they're the same. There's 7 on top, 3 going down. 7 on top, 3 going down. So let's add those 2 numbers up. So we have 21 here and 21 here. What's 21 plus 21?
41. 42.
42. So I'm going to write this right here. 21 plus 21 equals 42. Did we get the same answer?
Yes.
Yeah, we got 42 here and 42 here. All right, when you're ready, flip it over or flip the page.
Okay,
I'm going to give you a second.
Okay, good.
All right, I got to move on because of time. So flip the page over. Now let's connect it. So we're still thinking about the problem we just said. It says explain why you could break 6 times 7. So 6 times 7, like the array we just looked at, right? We know that this array is 6 times 7. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So explain why you break apart 6 times 7 in more than one way. Did we do it in more than one way?
Yeah.
Yes.
We did only a 3.
To find the product. So I'm going to give you a second to think in your head. Think in your head and think about, explain why you could break apart 6 times 7 in different ways. put your thinking hat on, like Valeria said. Put your thinking hat on. Okay, when you're ready, talk to a partner. Explain where you can break apart an array in more than one way. Yeah, you can write it. Okay, what do you think? Okay, that's one way. What's another way?
But that would not make sense because it's already in line behind it. Right here. Or you could play the cards themselves, right?
Guys, remember we're still talking about this array, okay? We're not looking at these yet. Okay, so what did you guys come up with? What is one way that we could break apart 6 times 7? Or why can we break it apart in different ways? Sally, do you want to go? Oh, you forgot. What's a different way that we could break it apart? Anybody? Olivia? Yeah, I mean you could break it apart, and if we break it apart, does that make it harder or easier? Easier, right? So if we break it apart in more than one way, does it make it easier to find the answer? Yes or no? What else can we do?
Find the answer. We can use propiedad como BILA. Like if we know one way, and they switch it up, and we don't know, we can switch it up, and now we know the way.
Wow, good job. So she said that if we know what 6 times 7 is, then we know what 7 times 6 is. And what is 6 times 7? We just did it. 42. 42. So what's 7 times 6?
42.
42. 42. That is one way to look at it. But we talked about how that it's easier if we break it apart in more than one way, right? So let's write that down. If I break it apart if I break it apart in more than one way, it is easier to see. Oh, what's another way?
So like Jimenez, like we can use that one. This one is like
Okay, I'm going to move on. It says, just as with other factors you have worked with, you can break apart the factors 7, 8, and 9 in more than one way. Use different ways to break apart 7 times 7 and find its product. So we're working with 7 times 7 now, right? Now we're finding its product. So we know that 6 times 7 is what?
42.
42. Good job. And we see that here we have 6. Wait, let me make sure 1, 2, 3, 6. And here we have 7.
I have something to say.
What do you have to say?
It depends if we're adding 6 or adding 7, because the number could change between.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we have 42, and we know that this box right here, if it's 6 times 7, we know is 42, right? But then there's additional row, and how many dots are in that row? How many dots are in this row right here? 7. Good job. 7. So how many more is 7 times 7 than 6 times 7? So right here we have 6 times 7. Yes? How many more are there? How many more are in that extra box? How many more are in that extra row? Ernesto, how many more is in that extra row? Right here. How many is in this row? There's 1 row, correct. So 1 times Chabelo?
7.
7. Good job. So there are 7 more. So if we know 6 times 7 is 42, and we know 1 times 7 is
7.
7, good job. What is 42 plus 7?
42 plus 7.
That would be 47 minus 2.
We're adding.
No.
42 plus 7. Okay, look.
45.
45, super close. Try again.
Nope. 46.
Super close. Count it up.
49.
49, yeah. So 7 times 7 is 49. Now this is one way of looking at it. Now B says you can use problems you solved in previous lessons, fill in the blank to show how the array is broken apart here. So 7 times 7, we already said, oh here, look, it's broken apart differently here. So how is it broken apart here? How many is in this box? Oh, sorry Dante, go for it.
So you put the 1 by the 7 times 1. 7 times.
Okay, yes, I see what you're doing, but we're looking at this picture right here.
Oh,
We're looking at this picture right here. So how many is in this first box? In this new picture? Chamela, you wanna go?
You're right. Yeah, for almost like this one is how you're supposed to do this, but here is 5 and here is.
There we go. So here we have 5 going. So this little section right here is 5. And down here we have 7. So let's put 5 right here. What about this little box? How many columns are there? How many columns are in this little box? Jimena. There's 2. So we're going to put 2 right there. So 7 times 7 is equal to, or the same as, 7 times 5 plus 7 plus times 2. What is 7 times 5? How can we find that answer? Dante?
7 times 5. You can find the answer by skip counting. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And you can also count by 7.
Okay. Let's skip count. Let's skip count to 5. So you know it?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Jimena?
Because if you switch two can turn into a 7, and 7 can turn into 2, and 2.
Right? So it's commutative property. We've learned this. Good job. We've learned this already. If we know that 2 times 7 is 14, 7 times 2 is also 14. Good job. So let's add up those numbers. What do we get? Let's add up those numbers. What do we get? Let's add up those numbers. Yeah, so you're adding 35 plus 14. Okay? 35 plus 14. Not yet.
Oh, it's the same answer as 7 times 7.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What did we think? What did you come up with? Okay, 35 plus 14 is what? 49. So is there 2 ways to solve 7 times 7?
Yes.
Yes. Right? This was one way, this was another. Okay, as your exit ticket, you are going to do the reflect part on your own. The problem reads, which of the 2 models above do you think is easier?
Or would you choose another one?
Okay, do you think A is easier? Do you think B is easier?
Or do you think
Or would you do a different way? And I want you guys to explain what, why, how, okay? When you're done with that, you're gonna put your name on your paper. You're gonna turn it into los boletes de salida. And then you're gonna work on
I ready my path?
I ready my path.
Okay.
So let's write that down. What are we doing first? Hold on, 1 second. We are okay, so we're doing our reflection. Do I want to see your name on your paper?
Yes.
Thank you. Don't forget your name on your paper. And then when you're done with your reflection, what are you doing? No.
I ready.
I ready my path. Thank you. I ready. Yes, you're gonna rip it out and you're gonna put it in los boletes de salida. When you are done. I'll stay here. Okay, well, give me 1 second. Let me turn this on.